Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. So today's session we're talking about what will be coming in October's wave release of Dynamics 365's sales and service. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we start. So there is a Q&A box at the top of the screen if you can see that. If you do have any questions as we go through, if you wouldn't mind just popping them in there, only because your mics are all muted so we won't be able to hear if you do try and talk to us, unfortunately. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind just doing that as we go through, that would be amazing. This can be an interactive session, so obviously the more questions you have, obviously pop them in. Try and get what you can out of this session. Jackie, do you want to go on to the next screen, please? There you go. So just a little introduction. I'm Gemma Jordan, so I'm an account manager here at Enhance. I'll be some of your account manager that run this call. I'm joined by Jackie, so she's a Dynamics 365 consultant, so she'll be doing more of the technical side of this today. She'll be heading this up. She won't be able to see the questions you ask, so I'll be picking them up throughout and obviously just raising them with Jackie. Could you go on to the next one, please? Thank you. So just a little bit about the agenda. So today's session will last around 30 minutes. So here's just a slight agenda of obviously what we're going to be covering today. But I'll pass across to Jackie to go through the rest.
Thank you, Gemma. We'll start by taking a quick look at today's agenda, and then we'll dive into the details later. So this session is about Microsoft's upcoming Wave 2 release, which goes live in October. So I won't be able to demo the features directly today, but instead we'll walk you through what's planned and highlight the updates that you can expect to see once the release becomes available. So the content is split into sales and customer services. So we'll begin with sales and then move across to customer service to cover the key enhancements in each area. So for sales, it's going to be AI assisted data entry. There's quite a lot of AI and Copilot releases. There's going to be enhancements to sales workflows. There's going to be enhancements to the sales qualification agent and also a new hierarchical relationship visualizer. So on the customer service updates, there's more around agent productivity, really enhancing that. There's going to be more productivity tools, more Copilot and AI. Enhancements to the knowledge management agent, which can create knowledge articles as you go along in real time. And there's going to be more prompts and email templates and help with creating emails generally. And then there's a case management agent as well. So, as I said, the areas that Microsoft have been investing in are really Copilot and AI innovation, lead management, sales management and operations, and seller experiences. So the majority at the moment being lead management and a Copilot and AI innovation. So Copilot's Form Fill Assistant toolbar. This changes how you capture information by eliminating more data entry. So you can upload files, emails, or images, and then AI extracts the details in real time. So names, contacts, email addresses, company info, etc. It maps them directly into the form, whether that be like a contact form or a lead form. So what this means, it saves a lot of time. So instead of typing, you can upload any document. That could be a PDF, text, image. It can reduce errors, so AI ensures that the accurate data mapping into the right field, so it can identify a name, put it in the name field, etc. It means that you don't spend any time on the data entry. You can simply drag and drop on the file section, and then you can maintain control. So you can review the selections it makes. So they're in blue. You'll see that in blue. So you don't have to accept every suggestion it makes, but you can review, accept all at once, or clear as needed. There is one limitation with this. It's that the feature doesn't actually currently support files with sensitivity labels, but it does support all the others. Now, Smart Paste, this turns any copied content into form data. So you can copy anything, business cards, the body of an email, and when creating a new record, be it a contact or a lead, clicking on the Smart Paste button will actually enable AI to fill in the form for you. So it means that you've got instant data capture, so you can paste everywhere with Control V. It can work with text, images, business cards, etc. And again, smart field mapping again, AI knows where to put each bit of information, and you can accept suggestions or edit as needed before saving. It works like just normal copy paste really, so there's no learning curve involved, and it transforms any information you encounter into actionable leads or any record. So you could take it from a LinkedIn profile, an email signature, business card, etc., and keeps your pipeline flowing. There is more control over suggestions, which can be managed by the Power Platform Admin Center. So that's all controllable for what you actually use. And then we have the data exploration agent, or the smart grid. So here, what you can find is that just by describing what you need to filter on in Copilot, it filters a view for you, so you don't have to click filter and sorting. So you can type requests in plain English and instantly see filtered results. So for example, you want to only see, go to a view of cases, you want to see only cases that are high priority with an overdue follow-up by date or of X, or you want to see opportunities that are over a certain amount of, over £10,000, for example, that are created within a specific time period. With that, you can type in your natural language and it will filter the view for you. So what this means is that searching is more intuitive, and instead of building complex filters, you can clear all the filters, so it's an easy reset, and you can organize data with conversational requests, so it's direct sorting. The core benefit of this is it just makes data exploration more of a natural conversation rather than a tech skill. So you can find specific records, identify trends, and analyze your data without interrupting your thought process. So this streamlines data analysis so you can focus on interpreting insights. This is a feature that we need to switch on. It won't be automatically visible to everyone. So an admin will need to enable this feature within the natural language grid and view search setting. Next, we have connecting AI agents via MCP. So what is MCP? It actually stands for Model Context Protocol. MCP is a standard or a protocol that allows AI agents or AI assistants to connect to external systems in a structured way. The idea is to reduce the complexity of custom integrations by exposing operations, tools, and data via APIs in a consistent format. So this means that the MCP server acts as a bridge or an adapter between agents and assistants and back-end systems like Dynamics Sales or other Dynamics apps like Business Central, etc. So agents will use MCP to list leads, qualify leads, draft and send emails, and without needing any bespoke integration code. So there are some operations or tools that agents can invoke through the sales MCP server. It can list leads, it can get lead records or search by attributes, retrieve lead summaries, for example, via Copilot in Dynamics 365 Sales, qualify a lead into an opportunity, which may create or update an account or a contact or opportunity records. It can draft outreach emails to leads using Copilot capabilities, and it can send outreach emails to leads on your behalf as well. So to integrate via MCP, you can use Copilot Studio, which is Microsoft's environment for building custom agents, and choose the Dynamics 365 Sales MCP server as a connector or a toolset when defining an agent. And alternatively, agents or assistants that support MCP protocol, for example, Claude or Copilot agents, can connect to the Sales MCP server. So by combining MCP servers from multiple Dynamics 365 apps, like Sales, Customer Services, ERP, for example, you can orchestrate cross-functional workflows. For example, from leads to sales, MCP server could, upon qualification, trigger a quote generation via Business Central's MCP server. So what you will gain is that you can use your preferred AI agents, such as ChatGPT or Claude, etc., more directly with Dynamics 365. So tasks like lead prioritization, drafting emails, summarization, quote creation, etc., become seamless, and there's a reduced need for low-level custom integration code. Another example could be a lead comes in via a chat. An agent checks whether they are an existing contact in the CRM or a lead. It fetches the lead record and summary via the MCP tools and then uses the knowledge and the data plus the external info to create a product recommendation or an offer. So if that's accepted, it then can go and generate a quote via Dataverse or Sales MCP or via Business Central MCP workflows. At the moment, the only information we have for Microsoft is the sales slide, which is limited to what we're actually seeing on the screen. But it could equally be used in a charity setting for attendees at a fundraising event, so where a similar process can use to qualify leads into potential legators and send relevant emails. However, I'm saying it's all for sales here. It's not just a sales release because customer service can also be connected to agents. I know we're focusing on sales in this bit, but this integration can provide capabilities for customer service as well by creating or updating an account, listing accounts, creating or updating a case, creating case notes, listing cases, and drafting and sending emails as well on the customer service side. So basically, by using the customer service MCP server with MCP servers from other business applications like sales and ERP systems, you can automate complex cross-functional business operations. So you can generate orders through Dynamics Business Central after an MCP client engages with the customer service MCP server. So basically, in summary, this is a game changer for both developers and sellers. It bridges the gap between AI assistance and Dynamics 365 sales and enables automation without complexity. Developers can build agents that act on CRM data, while users can use tools like Claude to prioritize leads and send emails, all with minimal setup. And with Copilot Studio, agents can be built that span across sales, customer services, and ERP. It will be made generally available next month, October, to everyone. So that's admins, makers, everyone automatically. So that's quite huge. So the sales qualification agent was covered in our Wave 1 webinar earlier this year, and there are still some features to show in this Wave release. So to recap, the sales qualification agent is an AI assistant or autonomous agent in Dynamics 365 sales that helps reduce manual work in lead qualification. The goal is to help teams focus on leads with higher chance to convert. So by automating parts of research, engagement, prioritization, and outreach. However, currently customers can't see this feature because there's an active live site issue, but Microsoft are working to resolve it. But when we can see it, what we will see is that the agent will start by doing all the heavy lifting with the AI-powered lead research. So it will pull together all your CRM data, the public info, and even custom sources to build detailed profiles and help you see which leads really match your criteria. From there, you can get instant insights, things like recent company news or competitor updates and clear recommendations so you know exactly where to focus your time. And then when it comes to outreach, the agent takes it a step further with personalized emails. It will draft and it will send tailored messages and even follow up with reminders if someone doesn't actually respond, which really helps boost engagement. And then there's the smart engagement. It can keep the conversation going, analyze replies to spot buying intent, and then even answer questions directly from your own knowledge sources. And it's all easily customized. So you can decide how much you want the agent to do, whether that's just research and qualification or managing the full engagement. So the solution aligns with your sales strategy. So what and how to customize. The agent really works in two main modes. It's in research only mode. It does the heavy lifting, researching leads, generating insights and prioritizing and drafting outreach emails, but it leaves the sending and the follow-ups to the seller, so the users. Then in the research and engage mode, it goes a little bit further by actually sending the outreach emails, following up, detecting intent, and handing over leads once your criteria are met. So a couple of key concepts behind this. First is your ideal customer profile defines what a good fit looks like. And then there's the purchase interest. So where the agent analyzes email content and signals to judge whether the interest is positive or negative, and then it captures the reasons to the handover. Captures the reasons so that the handover summary is clear. And then it can also even apply BANT criteria. So that's budget, authority, need, and timeline to decide when a lead is really qualified. And to use engagement mode, there are some prerequisites like permissions, valid email address, a bit of Azure configuration, and email. So while it's configurable, the quality of the results really depends on how well you set things up, basically. So defining your ICP, the thresholds is critical. And then there's some other considerations. So the practical considerations, think about the privacy and the data sources, since it can pull in from both your CRM and the public web. Just be mindful of the cost and the capacity, because higher volumes of research or outreach can actually drive usage and then billing. So basically, you choose how much to automate, from simple research to full engagement, and then the admins can adjust the rules and the industry sources and set the handover criteria to match your sales strategy. One of the biggest productivity drains in sales is bad data. So invalid or personal email addresses in your CRM can waste time and lower engagement. So the sales qualification agent tackles this by actually verifying each email and identifying whether it's a work email address or a personal email address. That means sellers can focus on reachable, valid leads. So admins can decide which email field the agent validates, and then you, the sellers, can always see the status, check if it's got it right, if it's work or personal, and even update it if it's needed. So it's cleaner data, better targeting, and more effective engagement. So much of the new business comes from existing customers when you talk about leads. But for those that are already known in the system, the new leads maybe aren't linked to the existing CRM data. So that gap means that sellers and AI agents also miss contacts. So that leads to weaker insights and less effective interactions. So the sales qualification agent automatically finds and then links the right contact and account for each lead that is created. So it pulls in info from both the lead and the linked records for richer insights. And then on the lead insight page, sellers can see the link contact and the account details using the enriched information, and then manually change the link if needed, resulting in stronger engagement. Now, teams have insights tailored to their industry, customer segments, and strategy. So for organizations that rely on specialized sources like regulatory databases, or maybe there's a niche publication somewhere and you need those to make decisions, and that's where this enhancement can come in. The sales qualification agent can now actually pull data in from industry specific web sources. So that gives you more relevant real-time insights. And that means that the outreach emails that it might be creating are just comprehensive and aligned with the right context. Admins can configure which sources to use so that the sellers see the industry-specific insights directly in their workflows. Right, in October, we're also going to have a new and improved visualization for hierarchies. So the previous version, which enables users to visualize the hierarchy of records in a single table, was deprecated last year, but then it was replaced with a new version, the visual hierarchy. Which is already available from the site map. However, that was initially only for one table, like the original. But with the next release, it will actually allow you to visualize hierarchical data from multiple tables, which will make viewing relationships within an organization much clearer. So you'll see connections across accounts, contacts, opportunities, and potentially even custom tables like households or financial tables, and you can put them all in one data, all in one table, in one visual. So it's fully configurable, Admins can define the hierarchy views for their teams, and then you can choose the fields and the colors and the icons and layout of the tiles. So here you can see that we've got separate tiles and separate tables here that all link together. So previously, these tiles, they were quick views and they only showed up to 3 columns of data. But now we can actually put a bit more data on them. We can use up to 7 columns. But as long as they're text, number, or date, we can't have any other column types. And then you can zoom in, you can expand, you can switch between vertical and horizontal views, and all records are actually editable right inside the visualization, so you don't actually have to go and update notes or details without leaving the view. So once the feature has been deployed to the environments, administrators will see the visual hierarchy appear on the app settings menu, the sitemap, allowing you to create and publish a hierarchy. So you can create one, publish a hierarchy to your organization. And once published, then users viewing a record from a table with a defined hierarchy will actually see that view hierarchy button on the command bar that will take them to the hierarchy view for that record. There are limitations with this. So where the deprecated version wasn't tied to a particular area, this one is, and it's only linked to the Sales Hub. It's only in the Sales Hub only. However, I think this does have the potential to be quite powerful, really. I mean, potentially you could use it together with the Who Knows Whom feature. So you would go in and view the hierarchy to see who the decision makers are structurally, see where everyone fits together, and then use the Who Knows Whom feature to see which internally the person has the strongest interactions and who can make the introductions or the connections there. So I think this could be quite a powerful tool in that way. So on to customer services. So what's new for customer service? We have a lot of custom productivity tools. We have a lot of it's all around agent productivity. So in the Copilot workspace, service workspace, you can add custom tools that will fit exactly with how your service team works. So these tools can be simple and they can be made with low code, or they could be more advanced, so you can get a developer to be a bit more advanced and make your own tools. So they'll show up in the workspace or the workspace productivity panel, so the agents can quickly open and use them while they're working on a case without the need to leave the screen. They're already on. Unfortunately, I don't have any screenshots of this, so it would be nice to see. But for example, while handling a case, an agent could quickly switch between Copilot and a custom tool like a credit score checker. And they could do that all in the one workspace. And then developers could connect the tools to case details so that they automatically show the right information. So this will just save agents jumping in between apps. It'll cut down on repetitive work and just lead to quicker resolutions. Session restore is one that's been introduced. So when a browser is refreshed, at the moment, all the tabs that the user had open had to be manually opened by the user. So now, to save time, when the browser is refreshed, it will automatically now restore all the tabs as they were before. Well, I say as they were. They won't be in the same order, but they will be refreshed, open again as they were before the browser refreshed. So it will only restore the pane as well, though, but not the tools. Only the pane, but it's still progress. Then we have multi-session apps. So when a company has different apps for each part of the business, they can create experiences tied to each area. So by turning on multi-session for custom apps, the agents can actually work in several different apps at the same time. So it's like having multiple browser tabs. So this lets the company keep the unique processes and keeps everyone in one place. There are bulk actions for supervisors coming out, so which help supervisors handle conversations faster. Supervisors can now manage many chats at once instead of one by one. So you can search and filter on conversations by things like topics, status, time, and then once they're filtered, You can either move conversations to the right team, send messages to all the customers, notify agents with all updates, and then close multiple conversations at once. So this saves time. It reduces agent workload and basically speeds up responses and improves the customer experience. Then we have timeout rules override. So this gives agents control over the automatic actions. So agents are going to be able to pause automatic actions on a conversation if they're on leave, they need more time, or they're transferring it to another area. Admins can set rules for automatic actions, like moving a conversation from active to waiting after a certain time. And this helps prevent interruptions, ensures conversations are handled appropriately. Then we can organize email templates. So admins can actually tag email templates by line of business for easier organization. So bulk actions make it easy to tag or update multiple templates at once. It improves operational efficiency by enabling customer service representatives to quickly find relevant content within large template libraries. It reduces time spent on repetitive tasks and efficiently filters templates based on the business need. And then in unified routing, what we have is an enhanced assign option for cases. So supervisors can now use this assign option on a case, the enhanced assign option, to give it to a specific agent. And it automatically keeps track of the agent's workload and availability. So now that the system updates the case owner, it marks who is working on it, adjusts the agent's capacity and also presence, and then it respects all routing rules as well. So if an agent is too busy or it's not the right fit, the supervisor is prompted before the assignment goes through. So this just makes case management more visible and efficient. Right, we have more customer knowledge management agent updates as well. So the customer knowledge management agent helps the contact center turn case information into knowledge articles automatically. So as agents close cases, the system reviews notes, emails, and chat conversations, and it automatically creates knowledge articles instantly. So the team can respond to new problems within minutes instead of waiting weeks or months. And it can also work with historical cases, so it can turn old case data into ready-to-use knowledge articles. It avoids duplicates. It can also remove sensitive information, so you can stay compliant. And depending on how it's set up, the agent can even publish articles automatically for agents, Copilot, or self-service portals. Supervisors can track and review the agent's work through a dashboard, and they can see which articles are new, which ones need attention, and how Copilot uses them. And then the analytics give insights to improve the quality and the relevance of the articles, ensuring guidance is accurate. So overall, this feature saves time, helps agents work more efficiently, improves decision making, and makes everything faster and more reliable. Then we have some more email improvements as well. So Copilot powered email, really. We've got template recommendations. So Copilot powered email template recommendations make it faster and easier for support teams to respond to customers. So instead of manually searching for the right template, Copilot suggests the most relevant email based on the content of the message and the conversation's context. Agents will be able to see the recommended template directly in the email editor, and then they can choose to use it or just pick another one. So this helps to reduce response times, and then it does help to ensure that the messages are accurate and consistent, and also removes the extra work of just hunting for the right template rather than getting on and writing it. So admins can turn on this feature, but it does require a pay-as-you-go pricing model. Then we have prompts, so Copilot prompts in email templates. With this feature, administrators can set up email prompts in email templates. So when a customer service rep uses an email template, Copilot automatically fills in content from the prompts. So this feature boosts productivity and just cuts down on manual work. And then we have contextual partial email content. This is where customer service reps can now use the inline email copilot feature while drafting an email. So they can get AI assistance at any point during the email composition. So when they're writing it, they can just choose it. The enhancement helps representatives generate its relevant partial drafts by using existing email assist functionality. So this is, you can use this in the inline editor only. So it's not available in the Copilot help pane, just in the inline editor. Case management agent. So this helps customer service teams save time by automating many routine case tasks. So what it does, it can automatically create cases from live chats or incoming emails. It fills in the details. It keeps cases updated as conversations continue. And then the agent can also classify the emails to focus only on the irrelevant inquiries and skip things like spam or thank you messages. It will then also identify the right experts and prompt agents to collaborate through teams. So while summarizing the case so everyone can quickly get up to speed. The agent can send follow-up emails, resolve cases automatically, and even track which cases need attention. So overall, it reduces a lot of manual work and really speeds up case handling. It just goes further to improve collaboration and helps agent respond faster and more efficiently. So there's quite a lot there. And that is basically covering everything that's now going to be released next month. I think there were some things in there that were covered in the first webinar, and I think some of them, there were some delays in release. So that's why we've just quickly gone over them again here, because they're actually going to be released next month. But that is what's coming up next month. Gemma, do we have any questions?
No, there was only one question in the Q&A section, which says, will the sessions be recorded? Just for anyone else wondering the same, the session is recorded and a recording will be sent out afterwards. So you will receive them to your email address in which you registered to the event with. But there was no other questions going through. If anyone does think of any though, after reviewing or after watching the recording or having time to process, do just reach out to your account managers. And obviously they'll be able to arrange a further session or get any answers across to you. Just one thing to make everyone aware of as well, we've got quite a lot of events and webinars coming up over the next couple of months. The biggest one here is the one which is highlighted just past halfway down, which is the event on the 19th of November. That's an in-person event in London. What that will basically focus on is it will be around is putting a spotlight on Dynamics, data and Copilot mainly. There will be two different streams during that day. So there'll be a finance stream and a CRM stream. The CRM stream is charity focused more so, and the finance stream is open to everyone. So I'd really recommend try, if you can, making that day just to try and make the visit and sign up for that. And then the other events are just listed there. We do have an events page in which you can keep up to date with all the latest events coming up. That's www.mhance.com/events, and you can just scan that QR code on your screen if it's working, which should take you through to that page. Can you go on to the next slide, please, Jackie? Oh, that's it. So yeah, thank you everyone for your time today, and thank you for listening. Like I said, any questions you do have, reach out to your account managers, and we will be able to get anything you have answered. And thank you, Jackie, for that session. It's really interesting.
Thank you.
Thanks all.